my first drive in this i3 with a new battery. And you get in one of these cars and you sit here and it feels special. It's a hard thing to explain because when you see this car on the outside, it looks a little bit silly. It looks kind of like I don't know, like a pug a bit. Maybe a small panda. It's a silly machine. But then you get inside and it feels awesome. It's like a Swedish lounge. Okay, here we go. Let's okay. Fired it up. Putting it into drive. And we're off. Put this on. Let's do this thing. It's quiet in here. Wow. It's quiet in here. And the visibility is awesome. Huge windscreen. Oh my gosh. This car. I'm gonna charge it up now and we're gonna see how far I can go. I'm gonna have a great weekend with it. You can hear the gas engine is cut on. It's pretty loud and agricultural, a little bit silly. I'm so freaking pumped. This is such a dope car. Here I am putting a charge on my new battery. I hope it's new. I'm told it's new. I asked the dealership to give me paperwork and they didn't. I'm gonna have to ask for that later. We got it charging now. Look at this. It's charging. We've got 6 miles so far. We've been charging for like 5 minutes. Oh! It's fantastic! It's smooth! I've only gone about 19 miles an hour in it, so let's not get too crazy here, DT. But everything feels tight. It's quiet. It feels tight on the highway. A little bit of wind noise over here. Doing 68 miles an hour. And it's really, you know, once you get out of Eco Pro Plus, the range dropped from about 100 to 85. It feels fast. 75 miles an hour in this car. It actually does feel fast. This thing drives like it's brand new. It feels like a brand new car. Adaptive cruise control works great. Saw this Mercedes ahead of me and slowed me down. This is awesome. This is gonna be so clutch on the highway here. I'm in love. I'm comfortable. I'm taking these highways in LA. I feel legitimately safe and comfortable. And I don't have to spend $5.30 on gas. There's a small parallel parking spot ahead of me. I don't know if the BMW i3 is big enough, but the BMW knows. And it's gonna scan the spot and it's gonna tell me if it's big enough. And if it is, it's gonna tell me to stop and get ready to park. And, oh, there, that was big enough, okay. To begin parking maneuver, okay, to park, switch on turn signal. Okay, I'm gonna hit that. Gonna click OK, agree with the warning. Then I'm gonna take my hands off the steering wheel and press and hold this button here. Okay, here we go. Okay, now I have to let off the brake. Okay, I'm just holding that. Oh my goodness. Look at this. It's doing it. Look at the screen. It's parking me. Steering wheel is turning on its own. Oh, it's tight. This is a tight spot. It will actually shift from reverse to drive on its own. And boom! Parking completed. Let's see how good of a parking job that was. Let's go ahead, pop it into park. Oh, that's good. Look at that. It's about 6 inches from the curb. Exactly what you want. That car just parked itself perfectly. Drove here in an i3 electric car. Now I'm eating whatever this is.
DT, myself, and Alex, my wife, Just spent a lovely evening at dinner.
And unfortunately, Al is asking for heat, which brought my expected range to 55 miles. Now, if I turn that off, the range is going to go all the way up to, from 55 to, you just wait, 74.
Are you serious?
I turn that knob up, that range goes down. Woo!
Range?
Yeah, where are you headed, by the way?
Oh yeah, where are we headed?
Okay, I'm getting back from Chris's birthday. It was a great time, but check it out. Looking at the mileage, I've gone 30 miles. It says I've got 65 miles left. All right, I'm doing some kind of basic stuff here. I'm at IKEA. In the i3, I'm gonna put it to a little test. It's a small car. The question is, will it fit a big dresser? Let's find out. The answer is yes. Look at all that space back there. I'm loving this car. I want to be very clear about this. The BMW i3 is the best deal you can get in cars today. That is a hell of a take, I realize, but there's no question about it. It is the best deal that you can get if you buy an automobile in 2023. This is the $52,000 car that I'm sitting in, and I paid $10,500 plus tax. I was in under 12 grand at the end of the day, and this car was $50,000 9 years ago, and it feels every bit of that. I'm sitting in a carbon fiber car with an aluminum skateboard and an interior like none other, and I paid, you know, $11,800 for it. It's an unbelievable deal. I don't even, the only complaints I have, the rear windows are a little more tinted than I would like, and that, you know, harms visibility a bit, but that's less, you know, HVAC load. Theoretically, I think that means less radiant heat transfer comes in, so I don't have to turn on the AC as much. It gives me better range. It is surprising how much of a difference it can make on your day-to-day when you're driving something that has good visibility, that's quiet, that's relatively comfortable, compared to, like, you know, I was driving a 1985 Jeep J10, which is basically a 1963 Gladiator, lightly updated for the 80s, and before that I was driving a 66 Mustang. I'm still going to keep driving those, but I mean, if you're going to be in city traffic, and especially if you're going to try to find tight spots to parallel park, and you're paying $5 a gallon for gas, switching to this car is just, it makes a night and day difference on your daily, just overall comfort, just the way that your day's going. It's quick. I can accelerate onto an on-ramp with this thing easily. I can get out of the hole in if there's ever like a safety thing, someone's like really about to rear end me, I can really gun it. It's a quick car out of the hole. I think it was the fastest BMW, faster than the BMW M3 from 0 to like 30 miles an hour, if I have that correct. So anyway, I'm gonna just shut up a little bit, just enjoy this machine. Look at these beautiful hills here that I'm driving through. As you can see, we're looking at 86 miles of range if all stays the same here, which would be incredible for this little battery. Sunday night, I just came back from a friend's house, just had dinner there. Range is 25 miles left, and I've traveled 62.7 miles, so that in theory is going to get me a total of 87, you know, almost 88 miles on this battery, which would blow me away if that ends up being the case. So adaptive cruise control is kicking butt. I haven't touched the brake one time. This car is the ultimate car if you don't want to ever touch the brakes, because it uses regen a lot to slow you down, and when you're on the highway, adaptive cruise control takes care of it. It now reads 0 miles of range. It just said 4. The range extender has not cut on yet. I don't hear the range extender yet, so we're still on electric power. 86 miles so far. Let's see if we can get those 3.7 miles until we're at 90. It says we have no range left. The range extender's on. So that's it. Okay, range extender just cut on. 86.5 miles on a single charge, driving this thing like I would on any normal weekend. On part 3 of this series, I really put the battery to the test, using some hypermiling strategies to try to break 100 miles on a single charge. This feels to me like it's a new battery. It's 87 miles is exceptional. 86 point some miles. About 86.5 miles on just electric charge. It's awesome. The GoPros can't handle the heat because I'm not running the air conditioning to get maximum miles. I'm telling you, we're hitting a hundo.
Coyote, if you could please go away.
Look at this. The film crew is actually ditching us. This battery on this i3 is just not dying.